Hello everyone and welcome to Pick Up Play, where we're going to look at a game that's not long since come out. It's a game called Marsupilami Hoobadventure, which is... Marsupilami is a cartoon that I vaguely remember from when I was a kid. And I'm going to guess, looking at the, if you look at the portrait in the top right, probably a remake of it, I guess, you know, a reimagine or whatever. It's a European cartoon, I think French and Belgian. I seem to remember it being alright. I can't say I've watched any of the new one. This game, however, I've heard some fairly positive stuff about. It plays a lot like Rayman. I mean, I'll sort of point out, but you'll see yourself as we play through. It's actually made by the people who made that 13 remake that didn't go down very well. But yeah, this is, I have to say, I've finished the game, really enjoyed it. Like, I'm not saying it's 10 out of 10, the most amazing thing you'll ever play, but it is really good. Well recommended, definitely, and it's a fairly cheap game. Not, you know, it's not the longest, which I guess is the biggest criticism of it. But we'll get to that. I'm just going to sort of show you some of the moves as we get started. So the characters here, it's a bit like a Sonic game. Your friends, fellow woodland creatures, have been brainwashed, I guess. They've been captured by, I don't know what he is. I don't really know what the background is. But you are the Marsupilami with his big tail. And you've got a wall jump, which we'll get to. You've got the smash. You've got an attack that's just... you know, the tail, can't really see particularly well there. But you've got a roll as well, which you can see takes enemies out. We didn't do a great job of that, but there we go. Collect 100 apples, and pineapples count towards it as well. I think they're 5. And you get an extra life. As you can see, I've got 96. And that'll take me to, there you go, 97. So, it's fairly easy to get lives. It can get quite hard. This game, for the most part, it's really easy. But there are points where it gets... the last couple levels in particular are really difficult. I'm just hovering here because you might just be able to see it. Underneath this green platform that I'm on, these leaves, there's the shadow of a leaf. If you... well, I was going to say if you look in the top left, but it's not there. But there's 5 in a stage, 3 in the boss stages. I guess this is probably where the difficulty comes from, or the interesting parts come from, is trying to get all of these. It's certainly what I've enjoyed, and you'll see there's a meter filling. There you go. There you go. See, I've got all 5 already, but that meter is not unlike Rayman, which as long as you don't die whilst that meter is filling, you will get to keep it. That means that if I were to die now, I will have already collected it. Which is not a problem because I've already got them all, but this is the last level I had to do. It was an unlockable level that I just didn't get around to in the first area. So this won't be the most difficult because it is the first area, but it's one that, because I was playing it last night, I'm slightly more familiar with. So we'll go down here because I think there's a secret level here. Yeah. So these secret levels, bonus stages, whatever. There's one in every map, apart from the bosses, and you're supposed to get through all these rings. So in this level, if I hit any of the red stuff, spikes or bats, then I will fail. There's no real cost to it, other than you just have to retry, which is interesting, I guess. But the challenge here, I guess, is oh my god. Well, there you go. I did that deliberately to show you what I mean. Still, you know, I'm still on 97 lives. There's absolutely no cost to it. Which is good. I'm surprised, but I guess it's at that point, why kick me out of the level? That's what I don't get. Anyway, yeah. So one of the tricks with this one is I can slam all the way to the bottom to get through all those, but I don't want to all the time. Sometimes I only want to go halfway down. And you can be there you go. I don't want to go all the way down. I don't want to do that forward roll again. So we're up against a time limit, so I should probably speed up a little. And now I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating, but we'll do it. There you go. Easy. You get a ticket. The tickets, there are levels on the overworld map where you they're essentially just bonus. No, I'd say bonus. It's like the Sonic 1 stages with the rings. Well, all you do is the springs and rings, and you go and you're collecting hundreds of them and gaining extra lives, and it's as simple as that. Well, I don't think I'm gonna have enough to open one of those, but we'll maybe have a quick look. So this heart container, I took a hit. That this container with hearts coming out of it will get me my life back. Some of those will have gold. You see there's a feather up there, so we're gonna, I mean, we've already got it, but for argument's sake, I'm gonna try and get that. I don't really know why I'm collecting all these apples. As you can see, I do not need the lives, but let's see what happens if I get 100. I'm going to show you that again, because one of the things you could do is if you forward roll and then jump, you get a bit more distance. These toucans, there's a few things where you can use your tail to sort of latch onto them. You press the attack button and you'll get them. So we got that feather. There you go. And we'll try and get this toucan. There we go. And so there's gold coming out of this pot, which I think means extra life. There we go. We'll see if we get to 100. I wonder what happens if we get to 100. We should be able to. I only need 30 more fruits. So again, this is a slight secret area here. Nothing too major, but oh, it just ticks over into 99 again. That's a bit disappointing. He says that's a carries on collecting. But you see what I mean? You can rack up the lives. It's not. That was very stupid. There's a heart thing here though. So yeah, wall jumps. It's the only issue, well, not the only issue, but one of the issues I have with this is no, I'm not going to mess about getting that. Your basic movement, as you can see here, is quite sluggish. It's quite slow. And I think on Switch, which is what I'm playing on, I think it's 30 frames. It feels slow to me. That's not to say it, you know, I'm not Digital Foundry. I don't really have... I can tell when a frame rate drops, but I can't necessarily pick out that it's 30 or 60 with any, like, as an authority. So there's another... whoops, I did that yesterday as well. Oh, I got... You see what I mean? Even though I took a hit when I collected that feather, which I'll be honest, I couldn't see, I still kept it, even though I think on Rayman, if you get hit, you just lose it. But again, I don't know why I'm collecting these. I don't need them. But oh well. So, oh, that's another thing. If you get too close to a wall, he will grab on, and it can be, there's certain levels where you don't really want that to happen, and it can be a slight issue, I guess, but obviously quite often the wall grab is useful. So being careful because I want to go this way, because there was a feather there. Yeah, it's a shame I collected them because they're a little hard to see when they're just shadows. This is very Rayman. The music's great as well. I've got to say, I really, really like this game. It's not long. I'm not going to... I don't know whether to sort of spoil how many levels there are or whatever, but you're looking at a handful of hours rather than weeks of playing this. It is not a long game at all. Fortunately, you can say I need 8 tickets to get to that bonus stage. I don't think I've got it. Well, I've got 3, but... can I get... No, that needs 8 as well. Right, we'll do a bonus stage here. One of these bounce challenge, dojo challenges. And then I won't show much else, I don't think, because whilst this is going to be a short video, it's there's not, you know, there's not a huge amount there. It's a lot of the difficulty will come from you wanting to collect everything, and there is an achievement system, but I'll level with you, I am not engaging with that at all. Oh, mess that up, there we go. So generally these are quite easy. The ones where you're not allowed to hit anything can be a little tougher. And most of the levels, like I say, are not hugely difficult. They do get more difficult later on, and it's tempting to show you a late level just to sort of prove that. But yeah, it's just a good time, really. Like I said, it was fairly cheap. It's I think it cost me about £31. So it's not the most expensive game in the world, but it let's see what this is. We're at what, 11 minutes on the video, so let's do a minute or so of this one and see what it is, just to show there is some variety in the game. It does reuse ideas, I will say that. So there's a rolling boulder level, which maybe is this. You will come up with that a couple of times, or come up against that a couple of times. There's levels where you kind of have to grapple onto stuff. It's not meant in any sort of huge criticism, really, because it just, you know, it's fairly normal. Oh, again, why am I collecting these? I do not need to. Oh, that would have been very stupid. I didn't actually know there was a feather there, but, you know, I'll take it. Unfortunately, there is a heart thing here. Ah, here we go. So this is where the grapple mechanic comes in. There's somewhere you immediately get bounced off them as well. And there's some of these toucans you have to kind of not aim because you don't have full control, but time your launch. So here we go. Oh no. It's a shame that's took my life off you though. I've earned way more than 100, that's upsetting. Yeah, we'll get through this bit just because it looks like it might be something akin to a challenge. We'll go up there. No, we won't, clearly. Yes, we will. Extra life. Oh no. This might be an extra life. Nope. Oh well. Yeah, so I don't know how many more ways to say that I've been enjoying this, but this is it's a really good game, a really sort of surprising game. I've seen a few people talking about it and praising it, but not enough people really considering it's like, I'm not going to say it's going to change your life, but if you're stuck for a sort of cheap and cheerful platformer, this is genuinely good. I don't know if it's available everywhere or if this is a European only thing. I assume you'll be able to like change the eShop or PSN region and stuff to try and get it, but I'm showing some skills there. But yeah, I do recommend it if you do get the chance. Why am I still playing it? I guess I'm still talking. Yeah, it's a solid little game, and we haven't had a new Rayman for a while, and I guess this scratches that itch. Oh, so you can see this one. There you go. It's the timing of it again, it's not rocket science. Oh, okay, we'll keep going because this is a bit more dramatic. I mean, not that dramatic, because I've done this before, but yeah, it's, you know... Again, it just shows us, like, the music's great, it's got lots of ideas, the levels have a bit of variety, there's secrets to find, so there is... there we go. So there are things to do, it's enough to keep you interested. When you've done the main game, there's time trials. It's yeah, it's not the world's greatest package, I guess, with lots and lots of variety, but you see, I didn't get the secret, although I also didn't get it first time, apparently. I have no idea where it is. Oh well. But yeah, I really do recommend it. You know, it's not Game of the Year, but I'd be surprised if I've played 10 games better than it this year, because it's been that sort of a year. Anyway. So as you can see, if I were to select that level, I can choose to time trial it and go for certain times. I've not bothered, but if that's your sort of thing, then feel free. Certainly you'll get a bit more out of the game, but I don't know that I particularly want to. But I did enjoy it, and maybe I will come back and do a few levels. I've mainly played handheld, where for the most part it's really playable on it beyond the 30 frames, which is maybe less noticeable in handheld, but it at points it can be a little difficult to pick Marsupilami out amongst sort of reds and things like that. When the screen's very busy, lots of effects and stuff, he can sort of blend in with some of that. Aside from that, though, I think it's good. It's colourful. It's fun. It's you know, great music and lots of ideas. Yeah, wholeheartedly recommend it. In terms of the channel, we've got a podcast that I will link to at some point. This hasn't been talked about yet. It will be on next month's podcast, but I'll maybe sort out posting a feed or something, so that if you want it, you can find it. But it's Pick Up Play. If you search MF Gamers on podcast feeds, it will probably come up. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe go and buy this.